Hmm? Can hear breathing. Two guys breathing. Special attack. It's nothing amazing. And I got hit by this slow bastard. I don't understand why it's so goddamn difficult for me to do anything now. Yeah, it's no good. It's a pretty crappy attack. But more importantly, I just don't have the stamina for it now. And I screwed things up already. Overall, I think this wasn't a good place to come at the moment. Previously, when I came here, I was multiple levels higher and had a lot better selection of weapons. So I'm really at a top spot here. And I think the weaponry is really the biggest problem. We can't use the better weapon because the special attack is so bad. And I don't really have the stamina for it anyway. So it has to be pretty much this. We could use the Queen Sword. It's not really all that great, but it'll train light. With the special attack, not with all attacks. So even though it's not going to be all that effective, we should have a little trouble maintaining our full health. The problem with this is really there aren't all that many opponents that you can use this on. So usually you might think, oh my god, you can drain life, that's amazing, but in reality you can't drain it from about 99% of the opponents you'll be facing. Yeah. And didn't really solve our problem at all. Still, the longsword is definitely the most useful weapon at this point. It's so goddamn weak. So now you have a friend. And I'm still making the base. Yeah, this might as well load at this point. I'm gonna survive this. Thank you, Mr. Minotaur. I really needed help. And now we have to use the Queen's Sword. I'm stuck here, which is wonderful. If we don't, we're gonna die anyway, and we can't. It's just so slow. Don't do it. You're too slow. Oh. It's not like it'll regenerate a huge amount of anyway. We need all the health we can get. Yeah, having these guys both here both at the same time was a pretty bad thing. Even if we suck all the life out of him, this is not going to be pretty. And we're not going to suck up all the life. We can maybe get to 2000 health, and now we can't get that. So another failure basically. Yeah. We have no real healing and 1000 hit points, so yeah. At this point, I'd definitely say this game is probably best played with the knife. Simply because it ensures that you can't really patch up the weapon progression no matter what you do. The Barbarian, because you're 100% reliant on things you find on these levels. But you can be forced into pretty bad situations. Let's try this. Oh, they didn't want to play anymore. This is pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. We already patched things up. Having these two guys here at the same time is pretty goddamn awful. We need to get rid of this guy. Oh, thank you. Minotaur is completely oblivious to everything but me. Watch this. Wait, at least I get to hit something. Oh. Having the two at the same time there, very dangerous for me. So what do we do? I guess we could sort of try to gamble on the hill thrust hitting something. The other guy might be pretty much be done for if we get a hit on it. That depends. Yeah, he wasn't done for. Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, this isn't working. The sword itself is too weak. The attack. This shouldn't be that hard of a fight. It has to be the weapon. I guess we're going to try with the health thrust, even though it's very hard to deliver on target. Frankly, I don't see much option for us. And I'm stuck. Yeah. That went to shit fast. Crap. Two of them. Why are my attacks so slow? One of them would be bad. Two of them terrible. Now it's pretty much too late to do all that much. Wait. Okay. I'm going to say. Now we have a way to get out of here at least. Ah, I don't want to load up constantly, but I also don't intend to fight him and lose half my health. We have to use the longsword. The other special attack is simply too time consuming. It's hard enough to avoid his attacks. We have to learn to spot the differences between his attacks. Otherwise we'll get hit by the back strokes. The first hit is not the dangerous one with the Minotaur, it's the one because he also hits when he brings back the weapon, not just when he brings it down. So we need to be able to distinguish the different attacks. So we don't go in there before we know that recovery blow is also returned. So, screwed up there. I'm not leaving this guy alive after all this trouble. If there's one thing that seems to be working, is to evade to the right instead of the left, because left side is where he has the weapon. So that's where he has most of the hitting arc. The other side will always remain vulnerable. So that was painful. Had to relearn some important lessons. So I'm fairly desperate for another weapon at this point. The health thrust, I guess it's somewhat useful, but it's not all that useful. And archery skeletons. A great hammer. Dwarven weapons or knife weapons? I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go. What is that? Some kind of lock? Yeah, especially some kind of a lock. Pretty much it. And it goes nowhere. I want to go here. They have healing potions, but I'm never gonna get access to them. Health thrust might be the only way. Chances of it succeeding though are pretty non-existent. I have no real idea where the hell I need to go. We can't keep evading fights either. One of the major weaknesses of the health trust currently is that we have barely enough stamina to do it once. So a level up would help us tremendously. We're probably going to have to redo the Minotaur fight. Will we help meet the key, whatever those guys are using? Yeah. It was right there and no go. I don't have any room to go back. Little, but not a lot. So at least the goddamn thrust has enough power to handle things. But okay, we got a key. There was a lock earlier that used the key. Oh, but where did the additional skeletons come from? Seriously, there were no skeletons there for a few seconds ago. So this all turned to shit and suddenly skeletons. Yeah, I feel cheated. Feel cheated there. Oh look. This shouldn't be too hard now. We've learned our lesson. Might take a few moments to fight, but not be too hard. And we got hit immediately. Watch! Still does that attack. Ah. come on, I need to get doing some other stuff. I can play with you all day. Vinaginasa. No point really having that fight. So this is turning out to be quite an ordeal. Again, I don't really want to save because the battle went so badly. Which probably will lead us to having to redo the trap. Which I think for a third time might be a little bit too much. Where was the key door? Now that's where the skeleton is. This is what we will open. No, yeah, we might as well go through here with the skeletons. We have to come back here with the key, so I'm going to save, but I'm gonna save somewhere where it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is going splendidly. Not having room to maneuver is a wonderful thing. Not having stamina to fight is another great. So it's a victory, but it's at such a high cost, so it doesn't matter at all. No room to do side, since we can't really block, and it takes so goddamn long to complete. I hate using the longsword at this point. But it's just the best option to use. And that's ruined it. Okay, I'm still going to try to kill the two whatever the guys are. Let's give it a shot. At worst, it's a failure, so... Woohoo. What the fudge was that? Yeah, now it's time to hold back. Please lock onto the target. I think we need to drink at least one healing potion just to get the poison from ticking. Well, it didn't go great, but at least we get to see what's behind the locked door. So what could be worth this? Well, potential level up is always worth it. Hello, archers. This isn't gonna fall or anything. Okay, we need to kill the archers. Still, that's 3 skeletons. This can quite easily go bad, but it's not like we have all that many options. We're already doing fairly weakly, so if there's going to be some kind of boss fighting, proper boss fighting, we do need to be able to heal up a little bit. Yeah, 80 points of life. Still 5. So it went very badly, I know, but I just want to see what is this all about. I need to kill all these to find out. That could not have possibly gone worse, but that doesn't do anything. So, what the fudge? Ah, gigantic button. Potential boss fight territory. Great forest. I'm dropping the Queen's Sword. It's very weak sword. It's weaker than the long sword. So it's definitely use special attack or go home. And we can use the weaker one, Firestorm. Because this is a good time to start learning. Okay, we're gonna land these. Yeah, it's one of those. So we can get the Greater Firestar from there. I don't think it'll be worth the trouble, but I'm not gonna give it up. So, skeletons. Lots and lots of skeletons with no life. I guess we'll start to save a bit more. Really don't want to get too far away from them. So, poison. And that's lovely. This is the big problems when you encounter problems. Frustration kicks in and makes things worse. Just worse. We have so little life that it's actually worth going forward. Because this is entirely a bonus area. The fights we're having now, these are not tough fights. These are fights against trivially weak opponents. We're suffering because there's no space. Ooh, the target isn't locked. Or temporarily, I'll adopt a rapid save policy just to avoid having to do replays. So he came into the lava. Works for me. Let's test the special attack properly. It's way too long. It's basically useless. Because you're going to be interrupted either by a block or by them making a quick jab at you. And you wasted all your time. Congratulations. As a normal weapon, it's weaker than the longsword, so it's also useless. So, various levels of uselessness. It might be useful here and there, but overall it seems fairly useless. Actually, the second attack could surprise us positively, but that's at least 3 levels away, so we're not gonna find out for a long time. Weapons roller. I'll try the greater fire sword against those. I don't think it'll be any good, but what I'm basically trying to do is waste the 2 initial attacks and then hope that the third red one fetch slash hits. Okay, I'm not more high. And we don't want to go there. We need to kill the guys we bypassed. Need might be the wrong word to use, but in order to get the key. And knight heavy armor. We're not a knight. Is there a weapon there? I can't see. I can't really take the risk that we're losing one of our heavy weapons though. Oh, goddamn Minotaur. So what's this place? Life. Very welcome. So we have only 1,000 points of life, so... we need to kill a Minotaur and one of those. There's no way we can use this on the Minotaur. Sure, what we can use on the Minotaur. I'm hoping we can get the. No. He's coming for us. Shit. We can't fight him here, really. Yeah, because it just leads to me getting attacked. There are probably multiple ways to fight these. Trying to going face to face is probably not the one we want to try. There's no escape here, so we have to go in where the Minotaur is and hope there's enough room to do some kind of dodging there. This weapon is not good there. A little bit of lava burn. This is pretty bad. You have the key. How the hell am I gonna park here? Yeah. I guess we could try this. There's not really much to lose by trying it. About 1,000 points of life. The problem with the Minotaur is that he doesn't react to these kinds of heavy hits at all. So we need something fast. I guess we should focus on the Minotaur then. And it has to be a long sword. Jesus Christ. Is the long sword only weapon I got good special attack? Okay, come on, come on. This was a pretty welcome level up. Still don't recall this attack, and it's so simple. I don't think this will work. For this type of attack to be at all useful, it has to kill. If it just wounds, you make yourself hugely vulnerable for no gain. Yeah, I'm not going to jump into lava, I'm sorry. Finally we have full health, so I'm not gonna throw it away by stupid mistake. And still going back to the longest one. This will likely just give you the armor, so it's totally useless for us. Lab, useless for us. Combat axe, useless for us. Spear, useless for us. So, a lot of useless for us. What the hell do I do then? Is there a point in coming here? Ah, yes. Can you imagine that happening in real life? You have a large rock basically requiring you to do a minor leap that you would just miss it. Would miss that minor leap by such a huge margin. And this is why jumping obstacles don't really belong in these such games. They belong in games where jumping is done properly. Like, you actually have some control over your jump. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not taking damage from lava. That just isn't going to happen. I'll do this 100 times if I have to, but I'm not taking a point of damage from that. And I hate having to redo these things, because, again, they're things that no one in real life could possibly hurt themselves with. But I guess they're sort of like having huge difficulties moving with ladders in a game. That should never happen. That's just a bad controls in a game. Being killed by a hostile enemy. Two Minotaurs. That's one thing. Being unable to climb ladders, that's quite another. Ah, fuck. Double fudge. Can't use those. But we're not in too much of a real trouble. The Minotaurs seem to be slashing each other. They're not gonna kill each other, but least not on any short-term fight. Back, get back. Okay. We're not doing too badly because we have, for once, we have room to maneuver. Pretty bad though. Take it slow, take it slow. No need to hurry. Move. Okay. So you want my goddamn weapon? Anything at all? Anything that isn't terrible. So, Great Fire Sword totally useless against bosses. So if these can't handle basically the guys who fought cautiously with the shield, the demon knights, it's not gonna be any use for this weapon. On the other hand, we can't exactly throw it away until we see the volcano attack. That might change things. Might. But it's very complicated. It has to be insanely powerful to be of any use. I mean, it has to go through shields and kill those basic opponents if we get that hit. Otherwise, we're just going to throw this away. At this point, I think the likeliest option is that we'll throw it away. I just haven't seen any good special weapons. Well, there are here and there, but they're definitely in the minority. Again, I don't recall the goddamn attack. So long! Even zombies have the time to attack you. Jesus Christ, how useless can you be? Yeah, I don't see any use for the first attack. It's just bad. Weak, slow. There's really nothing good I can say about it. Well, it's not overly complicated. It has 3 parts, but they're all simple parts, so... We climb up there. Okay, sure, it can kill a zombie if it hits it, but... so can everything else. I'm somewhat interested. No, that's what we saw. Longsword it is. Not exactly overly exciting when you have to use a single weapon for so long. Even when you find new... first of all, when you find new weapons and after the first test try you're basically forcing them to throw them away because they're so useless. Skeleton is not too bad. I hate these close quarter fighting situations. This guy. Yeah, that was beautiful. Just managed to take the entire attack of skeleton. That takes some skill. Move, you dumbass. Well, it didn't go well, but we're not in a terrible situation either, so might as well keep on going. Oh, lovely archers. I thought I saw zombies. Accidentally a special attack. What was it? Very nice, very nice. A little bit unexpected, but nice. Yeah, way too slow. Way too slow. Need to have, yeah, huge distance. Again, I accidentally did the special attack. Fudge. A minor sidestep and several seconds of your combat time is totally wasted. On the positive side, at least it's effective when it hits. And it doesn't put me in too big of a danger when using it. So it's just inaccurate. Still a weak, but I think we can use it from time to time. Okay, this is good. He wasn't wounded too badly. So we might be able to salvage the bottle. Got it down! What bottle was it? 500. I'll store it. We're not doing that badly. Ah, shit. Hold on. Ah, okay, our healing situation suddenly improved, vastly improved, so let's see. Now that the health thrust doesn't immediately drain our stamina to zero, it's become much more useful. At least against those opponents, I'd say we'll probably use the health thrust mainly from now on, until we find something actually good. Oh shit. Yeah, we can't use health thrust on these guys though. They're fairly weak. The fire is not a damaging attack, it's a disruptive attack. So, still 2000 hit points and fire axe. Another crappy fire weapon. I wonder if there's any good fire weapons. Golem. This weapon is not good against golems. It'll take some doing, but probably the best weapon to use. Must be fast enough to... well, we could try the thrust, but have to be... it's probably usable. You have to be able to gauge the distance fairly accurately though. The one thing I like about the health thrust, yeah, as I was about to say, one thing I like about the health thrust, it keeps me fairly safe, so even though it is sort of crap. Don't use that. You're so slow with it. So, this is not gonna work this time. What are you doing? You stop.